I would never let you down, my girl. Till I ring, till I bills, many things don't mean nothing. For as long as you got my heart, 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 heart. Naye lwaki ongamba koba woluli sikumanyi bulungi nkyakwetegereza ate yes ate no ate baby let's take it slow. You are my number one girl, you rule my world, you took my heart, never a bad part, you make me beg.
Girl, good morning, my people. But why? Wasuze bulungi. Did you sleep well? It's Market Tuesday. Ne baba akasana ko. Enaku tuloka akateke yakisa yakisa. Yes, good morning. But you never ever take what I say. But you do what you do ever again. You rock my world. It goes around, around and round. It's a Market Tuesday. Girl, I tell you this every day, every night. That I really feel you, I can't deny. You and I. Give us a chance. You and I. Rajo Nimba. Oh, Nimba. Today is Market Tuesday, and we are going to be talking about social media. Social media. Yeah. Of course, now social media is replacing parties. Social media is replacing get-togethers. Social media is replacing networking events. Literally, it's replacing so many things. Social media is almost also replacing interview panels. Like someone can give you a job but just by looking at your social media and what you post. So social media is very important in the world we live in right now. Social media can be a way for you to position yourself as either a thought leader or as a nobody or as an idiot. Social media is just a way for you to position. It can be a way to position yourself. Social media can make or break a business. Of course, right now we have a challenge in the country with Facebook being blocked. Yet, katifabasa sura burango ba Facebook, we pay 18% VAT. We say tusasura VAT sebo kuburango ba Facebook. But Facebook is still blocked and still oburango ba Facebook tebutuwa returns wali wina tuwa. But nabagamba, I've been told by some of the greatest minds in marketing, and one thing I've learned about them is that you work with what you have or you leave and go work in another dimension, because marketers are some of the people that have opportunities. They have opportunities to go wherever they want, and if marketers decide to not go, it means they can work with the situation or the environment that is available, which they get. So if you decide to stay in the environment, so you have to work with whatever is there. So right now, of course, there are so many avenues that you can. Right now, the biggest social media platform will be TikTok. It's bigger than in Uganda right now because of the blockage. Of course, Facebook has more people, but TikTok is right now is bigger than Facebook because, first of all, because it's not blocked. It's not blocked. That alone gives it a lot of power. But secondly, because TikTok gives you organic results. You just have to have interesting content. With interesting content, Facebook will give you organic results. And I mean TikTok gives you. Facebook used to also give organic results, and then it stopped. Right now you cannot get organic. Like, the people that get organic are the guys that use their personal accounts. But if you decide to use a Facebook page, which is the right thing to do right now, you see, even on TikTok, you can create a business account, or you can transform your personal account into a professional account, and just like that, it will become a business account, and you can still get organic. Okay. Muyombia Mark, Travel Life Vlog, Bridget Kakai, Tusime Eddie, Nathan, Matembe Abdur Nasa, Mutumba Pade, Paul Sema, Seba Tabruno, Sekate Brian, Antonio Random Thing, Sebo Gwao Medi, Hashim, Cow Pow New, Clow Pow New Wawa, and yeah, Toddy Ronald. Good morning. How to say zombie in Uganda? We don't say zombie in Uganda because it's not a good word. In Uganda, we only say words that are nice. So, but anyway, today I want us to talk social media, because social media is right now. Social media is part of our life. We cannot do without social media. We cannot do without social media, because why we can't do without social media? Our generation, especially now, the millennials are so insecure that millennials don't really go out. Millennials don't go out. I don't know why. Millennials, every time millennials are going out, there needs to be booze involved in the picture somehow, somewhere. I don't know why. Master na academy na mamukono. Hi. And I don't know why it's the millennials in Uganda. I'm talking about the millennials in Uganda. I don't know if it's because of the way our parents were living when they were raising us, because if you realize that abamukufi, for example, we grew up nga bazadde baffe bakyala nnyo, but still ne gye baalinga bakyala, kitegeera, ne gye baabeeranga bakyala ng'ate bw'avaayo nga tasanyuse, okitegeera. Cloud Power New, we say hello in Uganda. We say hello just the way you have said it. Kati, I think the millennials kinda started adapting to the fact that you don't really have to move to go somewhere. You don't have to move to go somewhere because you can still go there. So you can be with yourself and still be happy. And I think this is why our generation is full of depression. We are not in the habit of visiting. We are not in the habit of going out. Actually, when you go to the beach, majority of the people right now are Balinga from the millennial age. They are not really millennials. Millennials babera nnyo ku simu, bazanyanga nnyo video games and all. And I find that is pushing the businesses, abakoze businesses, that is giving us an edge until we can actually market to these guys without going to the millennials. Actually, millennials, the Gen Z, they are so much into their phones. Until, apart from a phone being kind of a status symbol, a phone also gives them the ability to talk to the outside world without actually going to the outside world. Abana bafenzi kati abana bangi baagala okugenda ebweru okuzannya ate nze mbagaano okitegeera, naye ate ffe baalwananga tufulume ebweru ng'ate ffe twagala kuzannya video game ng'ate twegomba abantu babeera munda, okitegeera. But I think we grew up as an outdoor. Our generation was so outdoor. And then we admired being indoors. Now our kids are indoors, but they admire to be outdoors. I find that what Cloud Power is saying is the main language. The question in all languages is how to make money. It is you just learn how to sell and buy. Well, it's more than that these days. These days it's not just about how to sell and buy. These days it's more than just learning how to sell and buy, because it's possible that someone doesn't know how to sell and they make more money than you. You just have to. I find that this generation is about satisfying needs, solving problems, because when you solve a problem, when you solve a problem, you don't necessarily have to know how to sell. Just solve a problem. The solution will sell itself. It's the world where we live right now is not just about you creating a product and putting it out there. Just solve a problem. If you don't solve a problem, then you have to learn how to try and convince people to buy and all that. But once you solve a problem, for example, let me give you an example. If, for example, now the thing that is happening right now in Uganda is the thing of charging VAT, taxes, and all that. If, for example, the government was giving us the services that they need to give us in time, yeah, like if the roads were good, the hospitals were good, you get it, they wouldn't have to sell to us the idea of paying, of charging VAT or paying VAT, the idea of paying taxes. They would not have to sell it to us. They'll just have to say, you think about the way we made the other road, we want to also make the other road, so we need more money. And then people are willing to give the money. You get, but now because the money is taken and no problems are solved, they are struggling to try and convince people that, you know what, you have to pay taxes because it's the patriotic thing to do, because it's the right thing to do. We all know it's the right thing to do. Even Jesus said, you get, give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar. So we know all that. But what if Caesar is supposed to do something for us in return and then Caesar doesn't do it? You get, because that also happens. Caesar is supposed to give me something in return for my money, but Caesar doesn't give me. You get. So selling and buying is also a good skill. Personally, I think me, I've realized I'm not a trader. I don't think I'm going to be trading. I am a service provider. I'm good at services. So I'll give the service, I'll get paid for the service, and then I'll leave. I'm not going to trade. Buy and sell is not really my thing. Of course, even in services we sell, but services are all about solving problems. If in the service world, for example, if you don't solve a problem, you don't get customers. You get. I think service delivery and production is the best way to go for young developers to earn some good money. Good morning, JFK Arts. Nowadays it's about how to connect with other people who are in business, and after try working more smarter, go through the government officials. Yeah, I find that everything is about like taking advantage of the loopholes. If you know where the loopholes are, then you can make more money than other people, or you can succeed more than other guys. You get. Someone was asking me yesterday. There are things that are done in all the lines of work where I am. There are things that are done. Because of like when you go to the performing arts, for example, film, there are people that make money by simply doing auditions. A person does auditions, does like a movie or two, they push them, and then they call for auditions for a third movie. And that audition, they make people pay 20,000 each. The goal is to get as many people come for the audition as possible. So if he charges 20,000 and he gets let's say 100 people, you get 20,000, he gets 100 people, and just like that, he has made 20 million. You get, is that 20 million or 2 million? You get, and there are people that do auditions and they actually get more than 500 people, because people want to actually feature in movies, people want to be known, people want to be famous, so people will come. But for you to do something like that, to do an audition and charge people money, and knowing very well you're not going to feature them in any movie, you're not going to give them any opportunity, that is something that is done by someone. And then someone here asked me the other day whether the guys that are selling cars give me money. It's one of the easiest things that people do, but it's easy when the goal is to sell. If that is the goal, to sell no matter what, omuntu akuzze bali nakugamba nkuwa sente bweziti naye omutima gulina okubanga gwakaluba. But of course kati kucha for the love of cars si mutima kukaluba. It's also about the brand. It's also about the brand that I've tried to build here. It's bigger than just money. There is a time we went to a bond, and this person, you remember the person that had paid 1 million on a car, and we went, checked the car, told this guy what was wrong with the car, and we decided let's go look at another car. While we were going, the brokers in that place called this gentleman and they said, you know what, and at that moment I thought to myself, okay, so if I had gotten close to these guys, they would actually have a reason to say Basabi Saint. The good thing with what happened that day is that we never moved an inch. I try as much as possible to stay in one area where I feel safe, and normally the safe area is the place where the car took away. So we both, me and the mechanic, we both stayed close to this guy through the entire checking process. And then when they called him and they told him about Sabie Sente, then the question was to Ziba Sabie D. Because for them the goal was to sell. Their car wasn't good, but the goal was to sell. And normally the thing that those guys will use to fight Arthur will be Yan Sabie Sente, ayagala sente, atulemeso okutunda because ayagala sente tetugenda muwa sente. And I think that's the first thing that happened. Over this other guy, the one I told you that refused to buy a new car and then he bought a car that ended up in the garage. I don't know if they told him the same thing that day. Brokers. I think they told him the same thing, and for him, he listened to them. Which take it, right? But it's you solve a problem. Katudek social media. We have some of the popular social media platforms in Uganda. Of course, Facebook is popular, but I find that TikTok is much more popular than Facebook. The reason why it seems like Facebook is still popular is because TikTok is for people that can actually buy data. If buying data is trouble for you, then you cannot manage TikTok, because you'll be scrolling through the videos you can use 4 GB a day. Yet Facebook, you can go on Facebook and be there for a full day and don't even use 500 MBs. You guess. So social media, Football Tribe, good morning. Travel live blog. After paying taxes is very okay, but most Ugandans feel we are not getting service delivery and we are feeding thugs. Exactly. That's what I was saying, Cloud Power. That business is about solving problems right now. If you're not solving a problem, then there is trouble. Then you're going to have to learn all these selling tricks and all that. So the goal is, as much as you can, try to find a problem to solve, and then that solution will sell itself. But as long as, like, there's a person. Remember I told you guys I was going to try Monkey Pesa, and then I just said no, I will not try. Why? They are charging $100 a month for a solution they don't even use. You get? Why am I saying that? Dude is saying I'm selling Monkey Pesa, it gets you leads and all, but Monkey Pesa is not getting him leads. You get? So for him, he has to actually come and tell us about Monkey Pesa. If Monkey Pesa is actually getting leads, I would have an email from him telling me about Monkey Pesa, because I'm a small business owner. You get? I'd be getting an email, not a video of him telling me about how Monkey Pesa and the few businesses that are doing Monkey Pesa. I'd also getting customer reviews, customers that are telling us, oh, Monkey Pesa is really good. That's what I would be getting, but I'm not getting it. You get? So that's way. Mini kupange fuye mango muka. Ojiraba? Hey, mini kupe fuye mango muke. I'm posing a diesel. Most of them are petrol. Anyway, diesel, big ngebe and PNU fuwo muka. And by the way, Antonio, it's you who wants the super custom. Today, super custom died on the road. It died on the road, I'm telling you. If you the kubara wali eri mbitali ebwa yise, ne toke tubeza, whoa. That's what the super customs do. Ngateba de ku UBD, teba de UAA over UAS. It was a UBD. UBD is still a new car. I'm surprised that this Mini Cooper is already smoking. Smoking at UBK is very. Good morning, SPK driving school. So called Bunyanjiria SPK. Bunyanjiria SPK driving school. Hey, Tekasago, good morning. Majola Julius, good morning. Steve Barros, good morning. Hey, Mini Cooper, Eriku UBK. Ate, Efu Weta Sigara. Efu Weta Sigara. So anyway, let's do social media. To enough Facebook. Right now we have TikTok. We have Instagram. We have X, which used to be Twitter. And then we have LinkedIn. LinkedIn is for professionals. Now, how are you going to be using social media? Now, I understand that most of you guys that are watching me, small businesses. I understand that some of you are employed and you're growing into professionals. So social media can also be used to grow your career as a professional. Let's say as a professional chef, as a professional salesperson, as a professional HR manager, as a professional business manager, as a professional educator, as a professional graphics designer, as a professional SPK. You can also take advantage of LinkedIn. Now, I'm personally myself, I'm starting to take advantage of these social medias now. I tried some time ago, and then I think along the way I lost it. But now I think buli wenziramu buli neyongera okusoma ebintu bino neyongera okubitegeera ennyo neyongera to appreciate them, and of course to see ways that I can continue utilizing them. Now, like I always tell you guys, marketing is not something that gives results right away. And now this is something that I struggle to tell even the people that are closest to me. There are people that don't pay me for my marketing trainings. Nenga, as I talk to them, I tell them, you know what, this is what you need to do, but it doesn't work the way you want it to work. It's not, marketing doesn't work the way we want it to work. Marketing is not like bathing. It's not like showering, that the moment you shower, you get clean. That's not how marketing works. Marketing is pretty much like rain. You're harvesting rain, putting in a tank. It doesn't rain in 1 minute and the tank is full. It will have to rain for the entire night for the tank to get full. That's how marketing works. You can market for 6 months without business, and then in month number 6, business starts working out, and you even get scared. No gamba banangi. So that's what happens, and people don't understand it. And of course, it takes different times depending on what business you're doing, what products you're providing. There are businesses that take longer than others. There are products that take longer than others. And also B2B is harder than B2C. Now, for the people that don't know, B2B is business to business. That's when you're selling your products or services to another business. And then B2C is business to customer. That's when you're selling your business, your products to a normal person, like you're selling to Arthur. Like now with pre-purchase inspection, I do B2C. Which take it. My business is to a customer like you. Which take it. Chewe nyisana Antonio bade tegenda mugaraji ngomusajja ayambadde next suit. Banayogera super customer oli mujuwoleriza. Ben Kako, good morning, deep in coffee. Yeah. Nathan is saying, what is happening? Nathan is asking, Mbudaze Subaru of 2 liter consume better more than a Toyota of 2.4? Of course not. A Subaru of 2 liters consumes a little bit like a Toyota of 2.2 liters. Which take it. I take 2.4. Now, if you want a Subaru, just buy a Subaru. Don't fail to buy a Subaru simply because of what Arthur says. You buy the Subaru if you want it, you will manage it. Yiyo munikupa na amanyi teina bambi. Oba nyini yotamanyi nti efu. Manyi ni ayinza okuba ali awo nga service yaggwako nga tamanyi. Because sometimes when it's due service is, let's say you skipped service, sometimes the car will start smoking like that. Which take it. Kati no mwatomuka in the phone you see very small dust, small smoke. It's a lot more than that when you see it live. Which take it. So we are saying social media, you will use social media to market. And sometimes I find that business owners want to put one post on social media and then they get 100 customers. Which take it. some you with social media, because me I do social media marketing, and I even spend money there. I have a budget for social media marketing for my businesses, and sometimes you spend even more than 500,000 without getting results. But me, because I never ditch. Sijana kuchayo. Kale kansoke nkolera abashera akalango wano. Kansoke nkolera abashera akalango. Kale guys, katumara okunywa ku mafuta. Kati okunywa ku mafuta. Lexus hii. Kati if you're looking for cars that are comfortable but not Toyotas, then you better go and buy yourself a Lexus. It's one of those cars that are really comfortable. Social media guys, tuchali ku social media. Okay, most business owners think that marketing is another quick get rich scheme. Someone creates social media profiles today for business, and fortnight later they are telling you, I'm not getting customers. I find that for us here in Uganda, we are used to opening shops and customers coming automatically. We are used to praying for customers. I find that that's the thing that is disturbing us majority of the times. We don't want to put in the work to get customers. Yet getting customers is actually work. It's hard work actually. But we are used to praying to God, and then tomorrow God sends you customers. That's why you find that churches are always full. And I find that most Ugandans, when they pray, they actually put in more work than when they don't pray. Because after they have prayed, then they start believing that things will work out, and then they work harder than they would work ordinarily if they start working harder than they work if they don't pray. You get it? It's the same thing that happens. The reason why abasamira bo bakola nnyo, it's because asamira ate nakola nnyo. You get it? Asamira nakola nnyo okusinga omuntu atasamira. And of course, because asawa abaganda bo balina obukwakulizo bungi. Asawa abaganda balina obukwakulizo bungi. Yebale. Julawo. Abasawa abaganda bo balina obukwakulizo bungi. So toyinza kukola bukwakulizo bungi ku ebyo ebintu. Teka julawo. Bwe kikoona ng'ojjamu. nolaba nolaba ekyuma kino nga kidda ku zero otherwise we batobe bakuba empewo. Okay, so guys, social media, mbagawe social media platforms etuyina. LinkedIn yaba professionals okusinga. Nti if you're in human resource management, you are in business management, you are a consultant, you are an engineer, you are an architect, you're a professional, LinkedIn is the place for you to be. Nadalanga, you are targeting like a market, regional and all that. But what do you want to do with this social media? For the professional social media platforms, you want to actually show that you're professional. You want to show that you're the best person to work with. You want to show your knowledge. You want to expose your knowledge. Tochisusa gundi owaye. Tochisusa ate. Sebo. Ekyuma kikonye kikyoliko. Ekyuma kikonye. Gwe tomanyi nti bw'ojjuza nnyo Moroko oyonoona. Bantu bamafuta oba baaki. Ekyuma kikonye ate nva ku resiiti. Ekyuma kikonye ayongeramu amafuta ebyo byonoona. So anyway, guys, tuli ku social media. Now, ku LinkedIn, for example, for the professionals, for the guys that are employed, or tudi ku mulimu wesawe ngolaba. LinkedIn, right now, if you don't have a LinkedIn profile, and I'm sure most professionals have LinkedIn profiles, because that's one of the things that your HR manager is going to advise you to do the moment you enter. Of course, bwaba kwagaliza. And ne ku university betwalinga tusomeranga batu encouraging to open these LinkedIn profiles, because ziyambako to position you as of course nafa abanonye emirimu. With LinkedIn, you almost have a CV online. You say, I worked here, I went to school here, I did this, I did that. Watch it again, right? I did that. Let me see. Yeah. Unugaro zangenda vanga siwezeza change one. Bade kunonyeza bisatu byo. Hey! Sendeze Kampala tebazikola batyo. Olede nyina wana ekikumi katunonya bibiri. Ate ebikoini byange bino nabadde nabyo wana eggulo. Sendeze Kampala ebyo ebibiri ebyo bigula sweet w'abaana. Aha, zizi. Panga bado mpadde ekido. Kati mpevi cyane bino ebisatu kuolwasa. Aha. Aho tuba mu business. Kale wiba. Aho tuba mu business. Mukirayi babala sendeza amafuta. Tedi bya kuguza zibadde 22 275 and 22 275 and 22. Kari tuchayogera social media. Now, via LinkedIn is like an owned, it's like a website of sorts, but you don't own this place. But this is a place where most professionals will go and they'll read articles that are thought out by people that are professional, that are leaders in that field. For example, Arthur, arts manager or arts marketing professional, he writes things about that. So at any one moment, if an official from the UN is seeking for people to apply for that job, they are going to first go to LinkedIn and try to find people that know what they are talking about in that field. Okay, that know that know what to do in that field. They'll go and look at the things that people have been posting about that subject, and then they'll find Arthur about that posting into a magazine, and then they'll say, Arthur, we have this position, I think you should apply for it, you might be a good fit for this position. That's why LinkedIn is very important. So if you're a professional anywhere else, accountants, manya, architects, manya, mwina professionalism is a you want to be a respected decorator, for example, you want to be SPK, you should have an account or a page on LinkedIn, which take it, right, where you educate people, because of a corporate budget of money. If, for example, I don't know if you do defensive driving, you should be talking about stuff like that. Kago sekere Davis atundi muwadi nampo rwasa rwangira utende. Rwasa rwangira osekere Davis atu. Anti anguziza mafuta ga mitwalo 10 n'ebiri mu 13 mu 13 mu bisatu. Kati ngate ayagala kunziriza nusu bitane ekifo ky'olusanvu. Kati nze nemuwa ebisatu nampa 10 kitegeera. Kati olusanvu lwange lunamba ndu collectings. Tedi bintu byakutubba byawo. Wakati akasendeko kaba kagenzi. Kitegeera. And the guys that pay via visa, that's where they get it. What visa is the exact amount. That's because we had the nusu omunana. Zonazo no zisasula. Our living Katolu Bwama, the city Katolu Bwama Mundeke Namu. Katolu Bwama just the talented Katolu Bwama Unity, I have taken up. Zinkubu, majority. There are so many people giving to Vinoti, nga just about to soak your sauce in anger. Katfababira na utu wamanyi. There are no Munoga name Butufu, no guy about the market leader. Of course, now the guys that actually go to school, the guys that go to school don't know how to take risks. Kati how fail to be. But they have about taking anger risks. They are risky to be money. But going back to social media, LinkedIn is for professionals. So it doesn't matter what job you do. You need to strive as much as possible and have a LinkedIn profile and then be active. And then post the thoughts. Bicholo wozako industry yoe chiwandi keko. And tell the people what you think. LinkedIn, it has long form content, and then brand yourself. With social media, it's all about branding. It's all about branding. You need to understand who you're branding yourself for. For example, I can tell you that for the love of cars, the professionals are making a lot of trouble. Banuba simanya, I am marketing manager, simanya weya, simanya. Those guys give a lot of trouble. Why? It's because nechata manya ba manyachi money. Because normally when he's in office, he had to get in a company, you're na bichi. So they give me a lot of trouble. Teba manyi, ate teba manyi. Katibaba banyo, ne teba manyi tebaba banyo. Ochitegere, kati nebogeza ko omutasi balime kumubba. Atara banga gwa yagala okumubba. So they give me a lot of trouble. I want to work with young professionals, people that have recently started seeing success in their careers. I want to work with business owners. Ababantu baba balanyo sente zaabwe kati oyo muntu, I relate with them, so they relate with what I tell them. Omugamba kakati omanyi wano gatta boti ulaboti kikiyinza okukolera. Agatta mangu atokusinga. Kati mwabagala ogula super custom. Why would you leave that Alpha ogenda ogula super custom? Alpha doesn't give trouble at all. Tezifa okujanga toji maintaininze. But super custom tediko okugiragala avo ekuswaza. Okitegeera. Ekuswaza. So kati nze nchimanyi when I'm doing videos, when I'm doing for the love of cars content, I'm not targeting the CEO centenary. I'm not targeting the marketing manager centenary. No, I'm not. I think I mostly speak to to the young people that are new to their careers. I mostly speak to the young managers, not the top managers. One thing I've realized about the top managers, they don't fear losing money. That's why you'll find that even the guys that buy those cars that we discourage you from buying are the guys that make a lot of money. Sijagamba have a lot, but the guys that are currently making a lot of money, those are the guys that buy the cars that are discouraged. Gujosanga avuga agula Touareg, Gujosanga agula Mazda MPV. You get it? Because right now the money is coming in. He's not really careful. So those guys they are not really my target market. And I think I talked to one person in my class, in marketing. She's really successful marketer, and we were talking, and then she was saying, "But Arthur, why don't you do videos for LinkedIn? Blah 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 blah." And I told her, "You guys listen to me, but you guys, the professionals, you would rather lose 5 million than giving Arthur 450k, and that's the fact. They would rather you lose the 5 million than to give Arthur 450k. But the guys that have made their money diligently, the business owners, those guys understand the value of money. So those are the guys that normally, when I'm saying pre-purchase inspection, those are normally the guys that I'm talking to. Content wange they are doing research. Normally when a person is the advanced, let's say the executive, the business executives, top management, when they want to buy a car, they go by Google, and then probably they don't know that Google is writing about the experience of an American or the experience of a European. The experience of the Ugandan is here for the love of cars, but they don't want to listen to that. They feel like, okay, that is too local. Good morning, JK. Lexus is a luxury Toyota. Yes. SPK, come educate people what the advantages of defensive driving are. I often have a professional try they were. No, but LinkedIn, me, I've never been hacked, by the way. I've never been hacked. Mama Aban was hacked on Facebook, but the reason why she was hacked, and that's when you get fished, but you take fishing, and they fish you out, which they get, right? But me personally, I've never been hacked, and I don't think I'm going to be hacked anytime soon, which they get, because I'm really careful with what I do online. JK professionals, when I'm in those JK now, you could LinkedIn, Burunji new. But when LinkedIn you can like one Danish, which they get. No, Tekasago, it's not really a dumping site. It depends on who you follow. Personally, I've not seen LinkedIn as a dumping site. I don't see inappropriate content. I don't see poorly written content in my time when on my pages. I don't. It depends who you follow, I think. But it still serves the purpose that it was made for. Until it's for professionals. Twitter, I find that Twitter a dumping site. Twitter used to be for the elites, but I think from the time that Abasinga Mujita X, for me, I still see Twitter because they don't have anybody Twitter. So I find that Twitter right now is a dumping site. Twitter is the new Facebook. I think it's from the time that Facebook was blocked in Uganda. Then most people moved to Twitter. And that's how it became a dumping site. Twitter has more pornography than Facebook. Twitter has more pornography than even TikTok. So that's how I know that Twitter is X. Okay, X is now a dumping site. But still, you may find yourself that you need all these platforms. I find that it's harder to break through on X than it is to break through on any other channel. Why? Because X right now in Uganda is full of so many things. So many people are on X. So it will make it quite hard for you to break through, for your brand to break through, or for what you want to tell people to go. LinkedIn is the place to be for professionals, but there are also other platforms known to the professionals. I think now, JK, if that goes to the individual professionals, like then engineers have platforms where engineers can be, then artists, then marketers. But I find the best way for you to market to push yourself as a professional is first of all to join bodies that unite professionals. For example, for Ngaba marketer, we have the Uganda Marketers Society. Then the artists definitely have their association. We have the federation, we have artists, then we have the theatrical association, then we have the musicians, Uganda Musician Association, and all. So you first of all join the professional bodies that unite professionals probably in your country. Then you can go global. If you have the Uganda Marketers Society, then you have the Chartered Institute of Marketing and stuff like that. Then you get information that other people don't get. If you're part of the Uganda Marketers Society, then you're part of their groups. So opportunities that are to do with marketing, then they will start with the Uganda Marketers Society, then they'll go out. And then when you go into an interview, and then you're a member of the Uganda Marketers Society, you're a member of CIM and all that, then you have an edge over everyone else, because now they know that this person is actually a marketer. But LinkedIn is generally like the Facebook of professionals, JK. Now, JK Gwenga engineer, what other platforms can you recommend for a person that is in engineering? Yeah, I gotta to probably move ahead. At a good morning, between Toyota Vista and Toyota Oppa, which is better? Both are okay. It depends what you want. They both have the same engine. It's just preference. They have the same engine. Wabuyi Nelson, Kagama Enoch, then there are video sharing platforms. TikTok and YouTube are the leading video sharing platforms. If you're not the kind of person that creates content, that you're gonna call a very sophisticated content, you just shoot with your phone there and post, then TikTok is the best platform for you. Of course, you can edit within the app, or you can use CapCut. But I find that with TikTok, for you to be able to post regularly, to not get a lot of trouble, I find that just posting there and then on my TikTok, I sit in my car and I record a video and then I post it there, and then you just have to know what to say at the right time. Because sometimes it's like, now I have a lot of videos that are in editing to be posted on YouTube, which take it, right? But because of sometimes the time, just this side. But on TikTok I can sit there and a video 1 minute, 10 videos. And that's one of the reasons why I think the live broadcast worked for me very well, because I wake up in the morning as I'm driving at work, I switch on my live broadcast, and I broadcast. No editing, no nothing. The trouble with this is that now you face the challenge of you have to edit as you shoot. That's why you find that, for example, when I'm almost getting to a place where I want some privacy, I will shift the camera to face me, you get, and then I'll keep it there. So sometimes when I push the camera to face me, yeah, maybe I would like for it to be facing the road, but then at that particular moment I think I want some privacy, and you guys look at me so that it doesn't see. And you're editing live there, live on set as you shoot. But of course now the live shooting, like this live broadcast, what it does is that with this there is no lying, there is no pretending. You are who you are. There is a time I was on this live broadcast. I think I had Dr. Jonathan on. And then I started biting my nails. And then I remembered later on, like 30 seconds later, oh my god. And then there's no pretending when you do live broadcasts like this. And I think people like the live broadcasts because in a way you see even if people can pretend, it's very hard to find someone that can pretend for 10 years, for like 10 broadcasts. It's very hard for you to pretend for 10 broadcasts. And then you see with the live broadcast, And of course live broadcast katubere ku TikTok, katubere ku YouTube, they have terms and conditions. You cannot do a live broadcast before you make 1,000 followers or subscribers. And then with the same thing, I think 1,000 followers on TikTok, 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, and then that's when you can do the live broadcast. You get it? And then things like you doing live broadcasts have issues of privacy as well. That for example, one of my colleagues at CIM was telling me, Arthur, you should be careful, child data protection and all that. If someone wants to target you, now they know your son's name and all. And then I was telling this, she was a lady, and then I told her, no, I don't think for someone to target me, they need to target my son. Or she said, especially in a country like Uganda, if someone wanted to target you, it doesn't take a lot. In Uganda, at least, that's one thing I know. Like the guys that have been kidnapped and all those guys ojja kwesanga tebamanyi nabaana baabwe, ningira bamuwamba ne bamutwala olumu n'atalabikako okumala omwaka mulamba naye nga tebamanyi baana be, okitegeera. So probably that's one thing we need to also understand. Yes, there is data protection and privacy and all, but I find that with us trying to make these things happen, we give ourselves a lot of importance, which I find that we don't have. Mercedes-Benz eri maaso mugirengeri naye yagikola amajolobero, yategeera nti ebintu ebimu bya bbeeyi n'agenda ng'abisaako bugadigadi naye n'amaama naye efuuwa omukka naye that's diesel. That's okay, that's diesel. You get it? But I find that right now the biggest form of marketing on social media, content form would be video. The biggest content form for you to market would be video, to use to market would be video. And the biggest platform in Uganda right now is TikTok. With TikTok in Uganda, the thing that we still have is organic reach. Your content can reach even 1 million people if it's interesting to them. It can even reach kati abikoya atandise okuweta obuhambu, okitegeera. Heath Moses, can you give me an insight of what discussed earlier? Heath Moses, we are talking about social media. Of course we talked about a lot of things, but we're talking about social media as a marketing channel or as a marketing tool, because there are so many social media channels, but then they are all one tool, social media. And of course we talked about LinkedIn being for professionals. It's leading. If you want to get ahead as a professional, go to LinkedIn, and then depending on where you are in your career, you can be posting about, you can decide to be posting about your profession, about what is done in your profession, and then one time it will pay off. Because like I said, marketing doesn't work overnight. You can market for a year, so it doesn't work out overnight. I think that's the one thing that people need to learn. I found that most business people those people cannot manage having a marketing budget. But business owners that have learned, like Bitature, he knows that marketing exists. Kingdom Kampala ujirengera bwenyirira. Ate nonga teri special, terina kyamaanyi. Okitegeera terina nnyo kyamaanyi, but the plan was really nice. Sorry guys, network, you can imagine me I'm on 5G. Your MTN najivuddeko. I was trying to do some things at night, not even uploading 500 MBs. MTN is telling me that Wi-Fi is giving me 5G. I could not even upload 500 MBs of pictures. I slept very badly. I wanted to do work at night in Bimare, but I could not finish the work because MTN internet was bad. Uganda is sometimes disappointing. They are giving us excuse of fast internet connections. Okay, Jacob Agambi in Denmark, their association, they have engineers. They want to Uganda, what boards, engineers, what associations. So the more associations you can join as a professional, basically it helps. But now, like I said, social media is replacing the normal physical meetings. Like people no longer have to go and meet at a bar and talk. People can talk in WhatsApp groups, discussion groups, discussion groups mutandikira mu WhatsApp, then you go to Zoom or Google Meet or Google Classroom or whatever it works for you. Which take it, right? So you don't have to actually go and meet people. We live in a generation where people no longer pretend. People, if someone doesn't like you, they don't like you, they can block you on social media. You see, even WhatsApp, you can even block people from seeing your statuses. You get, you can block people's statuses. No banga now we talk about statuses. You get. So we live in an age where people no longer pretend. Twetagaye ebipapula eby'amaanyi ng'ekipapula ky'okuvuga one way kya miliyoni nga 2 kati ng'owa traffic mubutuufu okuli akenguza alina kulya yakakadde okitegeera awo abantu bajja kuddamu amagezi. I find that some of the police receipts that we need that should be big include the one way driving through traffic stops over traffic lights, creating an extra lane, okulia akataka. Those things should have like a police fine of like 2 million. Then you'll see Uganda starting to be organized. Driving without a driving permit should be like 5 million. You get, eh? It should be like 5 million. Of course, now the bigger the fines, the more discipline we will have on the road. Because I find that some of the accidents we get are because of indiscipline. Kati ate kiba nange esigenda gendayo kati ewakutte kanzikirire wano wansi. Hii Crane Chambers mugirabye awo si walinga Crane Bank head office kizimbe kyonna kikaddiye n'okukaddiwa ate no, you'll be surprised people are not even living there. Well, there are still offices. That's where Sanyu FM is, by the way. Well, Sanyu FM, then Sudil also has an insurance company. The offices are also up there. Actually, the building is still called Crane Chambers. The building is still called Crane Chambers. So, guys, networks are very important, but also I find that when they say network, create networks, people concentrate on creating networks, and then they forget to create value for themselves, for the world. Before you create a network, I find that when you create value or when you become valuable, some networks create themselves. Which people seek you out because you're valuable. Then the way sang and network is you first of all be valuable. If you're an architect, first of all, design some very good buildings, sharing those buildings. You know, social media is making things very easy. We have Pinterest. Pinterest is for sharing images, and I've not seen boards by Ugandans where they share like a house design. Like I know people that before they built their house, they went to Pinterest. I also went to Pinterest first, and then there are designs that I wanted to do that I saw some of my friends built. But they are not Ugandan. In Uganda, we need a corridor. You ask me why we need a corridor. We need a corridor place to go, and when you have visitors, you go and sit in the corridor and talk about them. We need a corridor. Like in Africa, the corridor is for when you have functions at home and the sitting room is full. People can sit in the corridor there, and then they talk about the old people that are sitting in the sitting room. We say a corridor cheyamba mu Africa okusinga. Ntitubeera ne parties ebiseera ebisinga oba emikolo, and then so I had first seen house plans on Pinterest that didn't have corridors, where you come out of the sitting of your bedroom and you are in the sitting room. You get, but that's not African. That's not African. It's culturally, it's not right. So, and then I transformed it into one that has a corridor, which take it. But Pinterest has a lot of plans that are not really Ugandan. I've not seen any Ugandan architect post things on LinkedIn. I mean on Pinterest. But TikTok has engineers right now posting. Like I told you about the engineer that is redoing my house plan. and he's also going to supervise the doing, especially with the finishing, because the structure is already done. He's literally doing all the final works on my house, and he has a TikTok page, and he's an engineer, and he posts very nice content. Of course, he doesn't post himself in there because that's what they do. And I've seen lawyers also have TikToks where they give free consults. I've seen doctors do the same. So TikTok right now is the way to go. If you have a business in Kampala and you don't have a TikTok, that's your loss. Everyone should have a TikTok right now. Even businesses, NSSF has a TikTok. I've seen Diamond Trust Bank in Tanzania. I've seen Finance Trust Bank here. They have a TikTok. Which take it. You need a TikTok, and you just have to find a creative way of actually sharing your content via your TikTok account. It's all about creativity. So you want to see other people in your industry, how do they share content and keep it interesting? How do they share content and keep it interesting? You don't want to bore anyone, but you also don't want to be the person that simply is simply entertaining. People want content. Actually, Ugandan young people are moving away from simply entertaining content. Comedians are not as popular as they used to be when TikTok had just become popular in Uganda. Right now, people want to watch content that is educating them, content that is giving them value, content that is adding something onto their intellectual person. So if you're an engineer, you could probably start by pushing. Of course, you need to be a little bit entertaining, but don't just entertain, educate or inform. Like, let me just introduce something to you in social media, that in digital marketing, there is what we call the 5 S's of digital marketing. Now, the 5 S's are basically the objectives. The objectives of digital marketing. The 5 S's spell out the 5 things that people want to achieve. Good morning, sir. The things that we want to achieve, or brands want to achieve, when they decide to do digital marketing. And then we can basically just say the 5 S's. So I'm just going to introduce them to you, so that as you decide to go social, you know where you fall. Now, different brands at different calibers do social to achieve different things. For example, there is what we call speak. Some brands go to digital or social to speak. Kwogera n'abantu baabwe. Kwogerako n'abantu baabwe. That's what we call speak. To speak. That's the first S. Some brands go to serve. To serve our customers. Our customers probably bought a product from us. They want after sales service, so we are there to serve. MTN, Airtel, brands like DFCU, they go to digital and social to serve. Speak, serve, sell. Some businesses go to sell. Like for the love of cars, we are here to speak, to serve. We don't sell via digital. Now, Jumia sells via digital. Safe Border sells via digital. So for them, when they go there, they are also there to sell. Speak, sell, what is the other S? Okay. Then there is another S. It's Sizo. Sizo is kusasamaza. Some brands go to digital kusasamaza. Like Diamond Trust Bank Tanzania has the TikTok account that I've seen that is simply there to sizzle. They're not trying to sell to you. They're not trying to serve you, because on TikTok, they are not going to do that. For them, they have decided that we are going to TikTok to sizzle. Kusasamaza. Joseph he's on TikTok rallying contractors. So they're just there to sizzle. As you're going to do social media, what do you want to achieve? Sell, serve, Save, yes, the fifth S is to save. Some brands go to digital and to social to save. Now, every business should go to social media or digital marketing to save, because digital marketing is the cheapest form of marketing you can ever get. The cheapest. So save. The 5 S's again, okuziba itidamu: save, serve, sell, speak, and sizzle. Sizzle kwe kusasamaza. So what are you going to do? Why is Uganda Police and UPDF on TikTok? Now, I find that Uganda Police and UPDF on TikTok, they are simply there to, I want to say to speak, but mostly to speak, because they don't want to serve us. They say protect and serve, but I don't believe that police is there to serve. So they are on any social media platform, they are there to speak, to simply stuff things down our mouth. That's what they are there to do. And that's mostly what I've seen about Africans. We are used to simply push, to the extent that when Arthur comes, for example, and says something negative about a certain thing, then they think, oh, Arthur must be fighting someone. Fengaba Africa, we are not used to people telling us the bad things that we do or the bad effects of what we do. Because so as Africans, I find that it's a very bad thing. For us to be told what we are doing wrong. So most people go on social media and expect to just speak. But when you're there to serve, you also get the negatives and then you try to correct them. But Ugandans just don't want to put in the hard work. Like if you came and for example said Arthur, like there are times that people have called me, Nagamba ne Arthur, omusajja otwamugulako emmotoka naye transfer yange ng'egaanye okuggwa. Okitegeera. Now, other people would basically wait for you they will not even answer you, they will wait. Then you go to social media and then they come and try to stuff whatever you did wrong down the throat, down the ears of whoever cares to listen. Okitegeera. Instead of using it to serve. In struggling in the transfer zimu okuggwa bannange. Lindako. Uganda Police and military are on social media to also remind us of their presence. That's to speak. Speak. The 5 S's temuzera birezo. Okitegera kamba sibule bantu bange. Ekiro nalemeredde okukola internet ya MTN and disappointing. So now I actually have to work to do the things I was meant to do at night. Over nature, that's the universe telling me that Arthur, you're not supposed to work at night. At night, sleep. Muyombia Mark, Travel Life Vlog, Bridget Kakai, Tusime, Eddie Nathan, Matembe Abdul Nasa, Mutumba Pade Paul, Sema Seva Tabruno, Sekate Brian, Antonio Random Things, Sebo Gwao, Medi Hashim, Cloud Pau New, Toddy Ronald, Seva Tabruno, Scary Movie, Mugalasi Joshua Mixed Farm, JFK Arts, Bukenya Abbey, Richard Damulida, Football Tribe, Travel Live Vlog, Majwala Julius, SPK Driving School. SPK Driving School erikanyanyanga ku gas. For the guys that don't know, bemba kuba yali mu sharing a number. If you're looking for a driving school, ngwa you are wrong guys. A road genda ku gas akakazimba akali awo SPK Driving School weri. Mumuwagire omuntu oyo awagide nnyo for the love of cars. Twaka inspecting emmotoka bbiri. We have inspected 2 cars so far. Muse Masadam, Tekasa Ago, Steve Barros, Ben Kago, Ben Kakob, Deep in Coffee, Bababa, Mulunga, Ivan, Beardness, Obayanyon, Kagwa Dennis, Kawagama Enoch, Fastborn, JK, Wabuye Nelson, Moonstone UG, Omeja Moses. Kansomeko andikwa Jeki Yagambi. There are local platforms like IDA, which is the Danish Society of Engineering Professionals. As a member, one gets many benefits like updated information and lessons in the field, networking events, subsidized insurance policies for members, legal representation and no extra cost. 70% of the jobs in Denmark are not advertised but filled through networking, and being part of the right professional society is beneficial. No one in Uganda, be part of the right bodies, be part of the right WhatsApp groups, because when in Uganda, some things are not official. You just have to be part of a WhatsApp group and that's it. Valerian Serunkuma, Jovan Mugume, never woman to me at tiny account mu Crane Bank. I think literally all of us had accounts in Crane Bank. Joseph Bali Kudembe, Heath Moses, SP Kabagambi, learner's permit is only used when you're learning how to drive. Munanga abantu bachimanyi balowooza mbu afuna learner's permit akirizibwa okuvuga. Bw'oba ovuga olina okuba ne instructor, driving instructor moto gwa passenger. Rest House Uganda. Listen to Ugandan arts speak out. Amina Rest House. Talemwa Samuel. Banangi lindako. Okay, deep in coffee. SPK bagambe share your phone number. How much is kosa engine of 1.5? I don't know ka engine akale ka million nga bili kitundu awo. Yeah, so guys, kanziremo piseo SPK driving school nze kamuwaka lango but nitayagala kweranga. Kanyanya ku gas. SPK driving school aweri. Now here in Uganda, which bank is the best to have account in? Me, I have an Equity because for me it's very friendly. It's very friendly. Mu absa na ina yoko account, mu DFC na ina yoko account, mu Crane Bank na ina yoko, mu Sentina na ina yoko, mu Post Bank na ina yoko, uchitegera. And then I finally Standard Chartered jesibiranga munayo. Then I finally settled with Equity because it's very friendly. It's literally everywhere by another agent everywhere. I don't use agents, but I find that Equity is very friendly. JKW ali mu Bank of India oba yanonya yo chibanange. Mu Bank of India mpozi wagamba Bank of India bawaloni ezitaliko magoba mayitirivu. Guys, kamba sibling nenkole ku mirimu ejja nemyo kole ekironga internet ya MTN and disappoints. Nekakati tekola. I have the Kamaifi here. So if you're thinking of buying MTN internet, bambi, don't even bother. I put bundles like 2 days ago, but I've failed to use it. Neku broadcast. Nata deko bundles in ziko sa ku broadcast. They failed. Ku Sunday, you remember I had to switch back to my Airtel data. Then at night I was trying to do a Google ad. I was uploading pictures, because when you do a Google ad display ad, you need to uploading. But at office I'm using MTN internet, which is a little bit faster. It's fiber ya cable. That's a little faster. Na ebuno nakagura bubiri mujukane kali nakagura nakoneka nema ne nkasura katika nakagura because I was at UMI and they were cheap. They were selling it at 50k ngakagira ko data wa mwezi ne nkagura. So kano sikoze nyorosi ngakali kuba nakagura sente nyingi. Amina tuina masiko Cedric Mary, where are you from? Let me hide you, put you in time out. Anyway guys, thank you very much for being part of the broadcast. I don't take it for granted. I wish you a very lovely day. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Obencha banange tuogere kukinyina topic nyingi kati ngenda kusortinga nzije tu dissecting ezo na, but don't forget mujukiro omulama wagwa for mwaka guno ataina moroko mwaka guno gule motoka aine moroko emuguno mwaka gule moroko eyokubiri. Why? Because generation ya fesi ya kutambuza bigere okitegede. Then ekirala gwatunde moroka totunda moroka mabanja, ekyo nakyo mberenga mukimanyi. Buli wono oba first okutunda moroka mabanja kitegeeza wajigulanga tonetegeka. Bwoba ogule moroka first of all to help you, bwoba ogule moroka ekisoka, bwoba ina milioni 2 gula ya 10, bwoba ina milioni 4 gula ya 2, bwoba ina milioni 6 gula ya 3, zirize kusigalemu. Bweze kusigalamu omanya zimala ebizibu ebikola ki, manya zimala ebizibu. Ntitogenda kufuna kizibu kikutunza moroka yo layisinzaawo wendi, sifuna kizibu kintunza moroka yange. Nebe manze ndi kundiri moroka yange njagala mbere kundiri nganjirengera ko tevaawo. You are no longer answering our question. Cedric, I answer questions, but we have today is market day, so I don't answer questions related to cars. Which take it, Cedric, today is market day. Market day, we are purely doing marketing. You know, if you read through the comments, they are purely marketing. So I don't know if you ask the question about cars, I'm not going to answer a question about cars. Some other days, even other days, we have topics that we talk about. But those other days, I can be lenient. But the day to answer questions is actually Question Friday. Which take it, the Baba. So it's not like I don't want to answer questions, but we have days that Twina e Miramwa. We have topics that we cover, and those are the topics that we concentrate. For you to be able to drive a car, buy another car, your business or your work life has to be in balance. And that's why we have Market Tuesday. Ogeza ko kwetereza. so that tukola sente nga ate zinagula emmoroka ey'okubiri ng'era bwe mbagambye. So Tuesday is not for answering questions related to cars. On Tuesday you can ask me anything related to marketing and I'll answer. On Friday we answer questions related to cars. Other days we are lenient and we also answer, but Tuesday is strictly marketing. Guys, may God bless you. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Ciao.